All right. So can someone's criminal history help provide reasonable suspicion to search their vehicle? Hey guys, my name is Anthony Bandiero, attorney and senior legal instructor for Blue to Gold Law Enforcement Training. This question comes from an officer in Las Vegas. So he says, hey, some of my peers have said that when I conduct a traffic stop and see the person's criminal history, that history can be used as reasonable suspicion to ask to search their vehicle. I'm going to throw in some other things that I hear a lot, maybe pat the person down, and so forth. All right. So let's talk about the first premise here is, criminal history alone, right? We know that generally speaking, a person's criminal history does not provide reasonable suspicion, obviously to detain them, right? Because now if they're on parole and probation, that might be a completely different situation, right? That's, cops in California, for example, have pretty broad authority to search people that are on supervised release and so forth, but that's besides the point. But a person's criminal history, it is a black cloud over their head, but the courts are not going to go as far as to say, hey, that black cloud allows cops to pretty much accost these people on site, right? That's not how it works. So instead, we certainly allow cops in the court to take that into consideration. If you stop out with a person, traffic stop, pedestrian stop, whatever, and they have a very violent and recent history of attacking police officers and other random violence, certainly the courts are going to be very overwhelmingly supportive of patting that person down to make sure that this is not your day to have an armed confrontation with this guy. But, to detain him in and of itself because of that criminal history is obviously a problem. Now, one of the things that the officer asks is, hey, that reasonable suspicion, that criminal history can give you a motive to ask to search their vehicle. Well, you got to know that generally speaking, reasonable suspicion is not a requirement for asking for consent to search a vehicle. Cops in most states, not in every state, but cops in most states can ask to search the vehicle if they have a hunch, right? But we don't want to, we're not looking to just practice searching cars, holding people up, right? We want a good relationship with our community. So when cops are asking for consent to search, it's usually because of a reason. Criminal history can be one of those reasons. So that, to answer your question, the answer is yes. So reasonable suspicion is valuable, right? Criminal history is valuable. It contributes to reasonable suspicion. It contributes to reasons to pat people down. But criminal history in and of itself, be careful on intruding on a person's Fourth Amendment rights just because they have a criminal history. You're going to probably need something else in addition. Hope it helps. Before you leave these conversations, like, subscribe, share with your friends. And everybody at Blue to Gold wants to thank you for the great job you're doing out there, keeping your community safe. Keep up the great job. And until next time, my friends, thank you.